Hello, everyone. Welcome back to the next episode of the G&A podcast. I am that lovable side character who will guarantee you a life of depression once you marry me, Doobie Doo.
And I am the one who considers having 9 kids with Chica to be a success. So, Brownie.
I love us so much. I also hate us. Welcome back to the G&A podcast. We talk about all things anime. Well, when we get the same anime and the same joke, that's when you know it's gonna be a
We're
good
on the same
episode.
wavelength. Yep. It's
Yep,
an
yes,
indicator.
yes, yes. So let's start with our first segment this week in anime. So, the girls at Twitter, uh, after 10,000 votes, they have a winner for Twitter's greatest of all time anime series with over 10,000 votes, as I said before. And the winner, according to Twitter, and these 10,000 votes, is Beastars. That's right, guys.
Well,
Beastars.
I guess it's definitive now. Beastars
Do,
is the all-time greatest
wait, do
anime.
you do you have the?
No, can you send it to me?
Oh yeah, I
I'll forget
got
about
you.
it. I still remember the most outrageous parts of it, but
Like we need to like system. I kept my mouth shut. Like when I first revealed this, we were at Shion's
live
we were
watch.
live watch. Yes, we were doing a live watch of the Konosuba movie. He might be doing more, so like if he does, definitely come through because we'll
Mm-hmm.
be there. And like, of course, if we're there, why won't you be there? But
Word.
anywho, um, so yeah, I want to take a time to systematically just go down through each bracket and just talk about what we agree on, what we disagree on, or we have no opinion on.
I'm gonna
Let's
disagree with like 99% of
me
this.
same. Let's start with Heroic Hunt. Like, before I even start, I feel like this is people who are A, super just nostalgic about anime,
Mm.
and B, people who are also super, like, have, like, memories of fish.
By the way, I'm gonna post this in the video so you guys can see what we're seeing too. So,
Oh, yes, please. And let us know how, what WTF is going on with this, like, how you feel about this.
mm.
Let's start with Hunter x Hunter versus Black Clover. I haven't watched too much. I only watched like literally 8 episodes of Hunter x Hunter, and I have watched almost a lot of Black Clover, so I can't really decide that one for myself.
Mm-hmm.
Um, how about you, Oni?
I have not seen either, although
Yeah,
I feel like very strongly. I, I know people are going to consider Hunter x Hunter better because I know it's one of the Hunter x Hunter fan base is very like adamant about how great their show is. I haven't heard much about Black Clover. I feel like Black Clover
because it's new. It's
is this like
new,
I forget
relatively
it
new.
exists sometimes. Like oh yeah, there's a
Yeah,
thing that's called Black Clover that
it's
exists. Like I never hear anyone talk about it except you occasionally once in a while.
yeah. I used to talk about it a lot when I like watched all the episodes of it.
Mm.
Like it's like for a shonen, it's good. I do appreciate that it's very fillerless, so
Mm.
it's just back to back to back to back to back to back to back, and I actually really appreciate that.
Mm.
I appreciate that a lot,
All
as
right, so
opposed.
Drew agrees that Black Clover is
I did
better.
not say I agree.
Said-
I'm saying I don't know because I didn't watch Hunter x Hunter. Also, I've said it multiple times. I feel like I said to you and on like during the podcast, I'm not a huge fan of their animations. Well, when they fight, the whole blurring of
Mhm.
everything, it's like, I get what you're trying to say. Like, I'm going super fast, but I don't know. It just seems a little too, ugh. Like, I don't know. I'm not the hugest fan of it. Next up, we have My Hero Academia versus Dragon Ball Z.
I kind of agree with this one. Like as much as I love Hero Academia, well, no, actually, I would put Hero Academia above Dragon Ball Z, but I can see
Yeah, because this is the
why people would.
nostalgia
Yeah,
thing.
nostalgia.
Because I
It
think I
is like the
also,
grandfather of shonen and all that stuff. So I can see
yeah.
why people would put Dragon Ball Z ahead of Hero Academia. If I were to
So
watch
I'm
them
okay with
side by
that.
side, I think I'd take Hero Academia. But
Same, because Dragon
Most
Ball
of,
Z. It comes up to like a technical aspect,
yeah, and it's like
and
nostalgia for Dragon Ball Z and being like,
yeah,
yes, the
like
Frieza saga.
if you remove the whole, well, first of all, because Dragon Ball Z created like power levels, like
Mm.
they did that first.
Mm.
I mean, in my opinion, it was a horrible design, which led to other horrible designs, but not gonna get into that. But yeah, I would do My Hero Academia. It's just better. I feel like Dragon Ball Z, especially a lot of times when they're fighting, it's just giant energy blast and reused fight scenes, like reused stock footage of them punching each other really fast.
Mm.
Up next, we have Fairy Tail versus Soul Eater. This one
I
I
agree
can
with that.
agree on.
Yeah, I agree with
Yeah,
that. Fairy Tail.
yeah, we both love Fairy Tail, so that's the Haikyuu versus Mirai Nikki. I never watched
I've
Haikyuu,
never
but
seen
everyone loves Haikyuu.
Yeah.
Oh my god, everyone's like on Haikyuu's
Everyone,
dick. Like
yeah. As you can see by the bracket, everyone is all over
exactly.
fucking Haikyuu. I've never
Everyone.
seen it, but I am a big Mirai Nikki fan though, and I feel like I would like because Haikyuu's not my. I don't like sports anime,
Yeah, I
to
mean,
be
yeah, I'm not a huge
honest.
sports anime fan at all. I cannot say
So
anything about this.
I'd probably take Mirai Nikki, even if I haven't seen Haikyuu. It'd be hard. It'd be hard pressed for me to be like, listen, I take Haikyuu over
Yeah. Kogias versus Naruto. Thank
Uh,
some that makes sense. Thank you,
I would
Jesus.
have taken Naruto for now.
Oh yeah, no, Kogias
No,
is
yeah,
just
Kaguya.
better. Attack on Titan, I believe that is, and versus Mob Psycho.
I would have taken
Um,
Attack on Titan. I haven't seen Mob Psycho, and I know a lot of people like go crazy
listen,
about
Mob
it.
Psycho has to be like god tier for me to pick it over Attack on Titan.
Exactly.
Attack on Titan is like literally a work of art. It's an
Yeah,
actual work of
it's
art.
really, really,
I'm
really a
shocked.
masterpiece.
Even
And
though
I'm
I've
not
never
saying
seen an
Mob
episode of Mob
Psycho.
Psycho.
Yeah, I'm not saying Mob Psycho is a masterpiece. Well, from what I've seen of it, like bits and pieces, I'm just not a fan of the art style. But maybe it's amazing. But the art style kind of turns me off.
Yeah.
But who knows?
Up next, we have Toradora versus Vinland Saga.
What a
Yeah,
perfect matchup. Clearly, these two
this
things.
first and like no tea, no shade, Toradora. Great series, love it so much. This we're
Mhm.
talking about the greatest anime of all time, and no, Vinland Saga
As
definitely beats
much as I
Toradora.
love Vinland Saga, yeah, I mean Toradora there.
Yeah, that didn't make any sense to me. Kakegurui versus Demon Slayer. I mean, I felt like everyone's just on the Demon Slayer dick suck fest, kind
The
of.
only thing that
So
gets their dick sucked more than Demon Slayer is Haikyuu,
exactly.
apparently.
So I can understand why it beats Kakegurui. Like Kakegurui is like so niche.
It's a fun show, but
It's a
yeah,
fun
this is.
show, but it's not like
I
it does anything amazing.
I wouldn't even have it in this bracket of all-time greatest anime.
Exactly, I was, but yeah, not at all. It was actually very random. All right, now to the right side, Beastars versus Kill la Kill. Ah,
This is more for you because I've never seen Beastars.
I know. Oh, Beastars was really good,
I will say, I
but
know Kill la Kill kind of falls off towards the middle to the end. Like, it kind of drags.
yeah, it wasn't. I think that's why I could see why Beastar beats it because it's just like I understand. Now, let's talk about the next one. One Punch Man versus Neo Genesis Evangelion.
This is the ultimate boomer versus zoomer fight.
Oh my god. This is just bad taste TM. Like it's like I don't like you guys understand. This has been like Genesis Evangelion's been it's been like critically acclaimed as like one of the most like
Listen, I'm not
intense
a
anime of all
huge
time.
Evangelion fan because I
I
personally
would
found it
pick it.
boring.
I would
Sometimes,
pick it over One
yeah.
Punch Man.
From a technical perspective, oh hell yeah, Neon Genesis, it's so amazingly well written, and the score is iconic, and the characters are iconic, and it's done so much for anime. Like One Punch Man is just, I have that in the same category as Kakegurui. It's like, oh, it's a fun show to like binge watch.
Exactly, and their action. It's like there's a few shows on this in this tier alone that beat One Punch Man to like action. And seeing how it's a shown anime, if he's not giving me any action, then it's like, you know.
Mhm.
Up next, Bunny Girl Senpai versus I believe that's Gurren Lagann.
Yep.
Uh yeah. Like I haven't even seen like Gurren Lagann,
I'm biased here because I don't like mechas, so I would take Bunny Girl Senpai, even though
but
I've
yeah,
only seen like a couple of episodes of Gurren Lagann.
yeah, but see, it's not. It shows like it's like the one of the least mecha shows you'll ever watch in your life.
Yeah,
Like
I've
it's
heard.
so
Like I
crazy.
probably
Like
heard.
even I love it. Even I watched it all.
I
And
probably
I'm
would
very
love it if I
fascinated
sat
with it.
down and watched it because it looks like something I would love. Like all the character designs are really cool, the art style's really cool, the
It's
girls are really
yeah.
hot,
I
and it's just craziness.
it is
So
very it is
it looks
very
like a mecha that I
enjoyable.
would like because the reason I don't like
Yes,
mecha is
I
because they tend to
agree.
be overly serious and overly political. This looks like a fun mecha that
No,
would just be
no,
like
it's not that.
fun
This one,
action and things blowing up.
yep,
Woo!
the drills for days. Like no, exactly. But I think for that reason, that's why it can't be Bunny Girl Senpai because Bunny Girl Senpai is like, oh, we have like,
Actual plot development and characters and
yeah, like and decent dialogue. This has like one cool guy saying a bunch of cool things, and then later on at the end, a bunch of mechs who are throwing universes at each other. I'm not exaggerating when I say that. They're actually throwing galaxies. Yeah, because that show just gets that over the top crazy.
I
Um,
gotta check it out. Yeah.
Bleach versus JoJo's
Woo!
Bizarre
I
Adventure.
agree with this one.
No, I can't.
Oh my
No,
god.
absolutely not.
Bleach is
Because
so
you said
amazing though. Like I've only seen it for
it's
Soul Society, but it's so like if you just on Soul Society alone, I'm taking Bleach. Like you know what I was watching the other day? Crunchyroll has like a compilation of every single opening and ending of Bleach. Yo, there is not a single bad opening or ending in the entirety of the
I don't know
Bleach
what that has to do with
catalog.
it being
I'm
the
just
greatest anime of all
saying.
time.
Music
Um,
choice is part of it. I'm just saying they have the
that's
best
really
music.
okay. I feel like it's not. Wait, first of all, JoJo's has a. Actually, I prefer JoJo's music. Yep. Yeah,
JoJo's music
one
is
ending.
incredible
I remember
too.
which one ending they had like some deep central R&B ending. I was like, oh no, I'm sorry, you hit my sweet spot.
Yes, JoJo has amazing music too, but I think Bleach is just more iconic. Like it's such a range. Like there's so much diversity in the Bleach soundtrack and stuff. Like everything in Bleach, all the music is so god tier.
JoJo's has definitely beats them on range. Hello,
No,
hello.
yo,
Well, you wouldn't
I'm
know
gonna
because
send you a link.
you
I'm gonna
wouldn't
send you.
know.
I've heard the
You
JoJo
wouldn't.
endings and openings and insert songs and stuff. Like they're really, really good. But Bleach is just there's like good semi gospel music in fucking like it's really, really. I don't think any anime has better music than Bleach.
Well, I haven't seen all of it to some point. Like probably like I don't even want. Yeah, no, I forget where I left off in the anime. So maybe yes, we shall see. But yeah, uh, totally taking music out of the context and actually focusing on the anime of it all. Um, oh God, yeah, no, I'm still gonna have to go. I'm gonna have to go with JoJo's only because while it's like you can't just have a carry on of just like, oh, these characters are badass. That's why JoJo has some actually fun, stupid characters and some over the top crazy action, which to me is more. It's literally just a big in terms of quality over quantity. JoJo
I
wins.
don't know. I have yet to see past season one of JoJo, but I'm
Yeah,
just
no,
saying.
you saw, like I said, you were at
But to
the
be
worst of
fair,
the
I've
worst of
only seen
it.
the first, major arc of Bleach, which was Soul Society. So I'm just saying.
Exactly. It's like, as far as I'm concerned, for season one of JoJo's is equal to the Bound arc. Except you get see, but that's like getting the worst out of the way because you need the background story, and then everything is awesome. Like
One day
literally
I'll watch
season
JoJo, and I'll be
season
so
two,
disappointed because everyone sucks it off so hard. I'm just gonna be
season
like, oh, this is
two.
fun, but it's not the literal best thing ever. So
It's not the best thing ever. I wouldn't say it's the best thing ever, but I still like it more than Bleach. But yeah, no, it's just season two is just so infinitely better. It's like it doesn't even feel like the same anime. But yeah, that's just how I feel about that. Up next we have Food Wars versus Tower of God. First, so can I just say
this is the epitome of this.
whoever made this tier list is dumb. And I'm
Zoomer
just gonna go
culture.
up and watch. No. Cause no, what does this title say? The greatest what?
Anime.
The greatest what?
Anime.
One more time for the people.
Anime, as in
Thank
moving
you.
pictures that are on a TV
Yeah.
screen,
How
not
are
a
you
book.
comparing 4 seasons of that to literally a series that just came out? And if you are
There's
comparing the
like one
manga,
episode of
that's
Tower of God. By the
there are
time this
2
poll is,
episodes.
yeah, but by
We're
the
covering
time
the
this
second
poll is
one.
done, yeah, by the time this poll is done, it was probably just one episode though. So people are like, literally, the first episode of
Okay.
Tower of God is
Better
by
than 4
itself
seasons
better than 4 seasons of Food Wars, and also one of the top 25 anime of all time. By the way, I just realized, where the fuck is Madoka? Where the fuck is any of these other shows?
Yeah, see, that's how you know this. For people who made this is like that's why I don't take any of this seriously. Because there's anime that definitely deserve to be here, but no, we have anime like Kakegurui and One Punch Man, which I enjoyed both. I'm just saying they don't belong here.
Mhm.
Um,
Speaking of anime that's belong here.
Speaking of anime that don't belong here, Fire Force versus Death Note, and Fire Force wins.
I don't know what the fuck is more amazing, that it's on the list or that it beat Death Note.
What the?
This is recency bias out the ass.
Yeah. You know this is by people who have never seen Death Note because they're too young. Like and that's fine. But I'm just like, whoa. And despite how I felt after I watched Death Note, and I was like, oh, Death Note's not so amazing. Blah 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 blah. It's actually a really solid anime as a whole. I just think everyone gassed it up for like a decade, and I saw it, and I was like, well, I still prefer Kogias, but but outside of that, it's an amazing anime, and Fire Force is not. So
yet again, another anime that I'm like, oh, this was a fine show to just watch and binge on a weekend or something. It's not a top 25 anime of all time by like a huge margin.
Yeah, definitely not. So more bad tastes. Sword Art versus Gintama, and Sword Art wins. I feel like I just know Gintama's better. I just know
Gintama is
better.
literally legendary. I don't understand.
Yeah, it is.
Sword Art is technically legendary too, I guess. But
everyone saw Alicization and they were like, "Oh, you love it!" Yeah, no, Sword Art Online is legendary because it created the first genre, and also Kirito is like one of the worst like MCs to ever exist and ever.
Poor Gintama is always getting the short end of the stick. It's been around for so long. It's so underestimated.
Awful. Ugh. And then last but not least, One Piece versus Fullmetal Alchemist Brotherhood. One Piece wins. Okay, fine. I've never seen One Piece.
I've never seen One Piece.
Everyone loves One Piece, though.
I can
accept that. It's like, yeah, I can accept that. It's kind of iconic in its own way. Right. So let's go back to the top. Black Clover versus DBZ. Black Clover wins. Listen, if we're comparing it to the whole franchise, or is it just Dragon Ball Z? Period.
Probably just Dragon Ball Z. Period, because the other ones have different logos. No, First of all, Dragon Ball Z is the best of the franchise. I'll take it over Dragon Ball. I know people hype up Dragon Ball, but I'm not into Dragon Ball. Dragon Ball is kind of lame after you, because I watched Dragon Ball Z before I saw Dragon Ball.
I wasn't talking about Dragon Ball. I was talking about Dragon Ball Super. Super was like, okay, well, we're new bitches now, and I was like, that we're talking about Super on this list. That would have made this a lot more fair.
Either way, I still take Dragon Ball over Black Clover.
Yeah, I feel like I would too. I can't tell if it's because of bias or whatnot. And then up next, we have Fairy Tail versus Haikyuu.
Fairy Tail.
Haikyuu, yeah, of course, we pick Fairy Tail. But everyone loves Haikyuu. When I watch it, this shit better be amazing, or someone gonna be pissed.
I better fucking get a Haikyuu tattoo on my other bicep.
Kogias versus Mob Psycho. Mob Psycho wins. I've never seen Mob Psycho.
Yeah, I'm gonna hold off on that one.
Yeah, Toradora versus Demon Slayer. Demon Slayer wins.
Recency bias. I feel like definitely half the people did not watch Toradora on this fucking list. Definitely not. First off, I can't compare these two. I don't like the idea of comparing like such drastically different anime.
They're so different. It's hard for me because I enjoyed both Toradora and Demon Slayer like immensely, but I enjoyed them for very, very, very different reasons. I can't pick that one. I'm actually kind of torn.
I'm taking Toradora.
Of course, of course. All right, to the right we have Beastars versus One Punch Man. Beastars wins. I mean, that I agree with. Bleach versus Bunny Girl Senpai. Yeah,
I mean, I'm
no,
still taking Bunny Girl Senpai because if we're talking
yeah.
about purely well done anime, Bunny Girl Senpai is
Like
pretty up
Bleach
there.
is good, but like Bleach is
Again, yeah, two anime I don't want to compare to each other because one is just a fun, silly show that's like a bunch of people fighting each other, and the other one is like real dialogue with real characters and really great drama and they're not. It's
yeah,
not apples to apples.
understood. Tower of God versus Fire Force. Is it bad that I'm like I agree with this? Is that rude? Is that rude?
Not
Is that
really.
rude?
I'm like, I kind of agree with that. That's fine.
Is that rude?
2 episodes of Tower of God, I kind of see it. I kind of see it already as better than Fire Force.
Right? Like you can just kind of make the prediction.
Yeah.
Oh, and then
The
up
power
next,
of foresight.
next you have Sword Art versus One Piece. Well, yeah, One Piece won. Thank God.
God, imagine if Sword Art one.
Oh my God. And now for the not the semi-final. It's not. Yeah, it's not.
Quarterfinals.
Or quarterfinals. Thank you. Black Clover versus Haikyuu. Haikyuu once again sweeping
Fair
house.
enough.
Psycho versus Demon Slayer. Demon Slayer wins.
Fair
Fixed
enough.
prize. Beastars versus Bleach. Oof. Oof. Um. Oh, I hate to say that I might be leaning towards Beastars. Beastars is very solid. Like it was. It's a very solid anime. It's surprisingly incredibly solid. Like I feel like they Bleach and Beastars are opposing problems. Like that whole CGI-ness. If you're not used to it, even though I think they like do a decent. Like it could be worse. It could be Strike Witches.
Wow.
Yeah, I'm not wrong. But yeah, if you're not into that, it's like that's like the only thing. But everything else is really good. And then Bleach is like, well, all we got is our graphics and our fighting.
And
Outside
our
of that,
music.
and our music. But outside of that, we have very whatever characters. The main character is just.
Continuing to sleep on the Soul Society arc.
What do you mean? I've watched it.
Yeah,
I watched
it's
it just like you
amazing.
have.
It's an amazing arc. It's like
And
it
that
is
was it.
literally the M. Night Shyamalan before M. Night Shyamalan.
Okay, but if
It's such a masterful arc. It's like one of the top 5 shonen arcs of all time, easily.
I can agree with that, but I'm not comparing an arc versus Beastars. I'm comparing the whole anime. See, it's like
Well, I haven't seen Beastars. I have no comment here.
The whateverness, the sheer whatever of what happens after the Soul Society arc brings down the average of the Bleach as a whole for me. Like it gets like that one arc gets lost in the other arcs, which are just whatever, and just Ichigo being like, "Hey, I'm Ichigo. Everyone rely on me to do everything because I'm Ichigo," and that's that. Like for me, I'm kind of just like asleep until they fight Aizen and like the Espada. Like that's on how I felt about it. I was very like asleep. So I could see them giving it to Beastars. Because Beastars just from beginning to end was just very good. Then we have
Tower of
Tower
God
of
and One Piece.
God.
The
Yeah,
one
Tower of
episode
God.
of Tower of God versus the 700,000 episodes of One
Oh,
Piece.
damn.
This is like the biggest disparity of episode count
Wow,
out there.
shock. I'm so shocked that One Piece won. Now for the quarterfinals.
Semi.
Semifinals. God damn, well, never rely on me to host like brackets. We have Haikyuu versus Demon Slayer. Haikyuu wins. Then Beastar versus One Piece. Beastars beats One Piece. I'm like, wow.
Yeah, I don't agree with that. Having not seen either of them, I do not agree with that pick.
I've seen Beastars and I still don't agree with that. Like, I feel like that's almost disrespectful to One Piece. No offense to One Piece. That makes no fucking sense. Where then just leaves it down to Haikyuu versus Beastars.
I think
and then
furries are
Beast-
just too powerful. They
Yeah,
fucking ran this
yeah,
poll. They
yeah,
were like,
kind of.
we got the furry vote.
They had to like furries slash people who actually like Beastars slash people who never like One Piece. Like I can tell
Now
people
that I'm
who
looking at this
voted.
is furries versus jocks, isn't it?
No, because Haikyuu isn't a very. It's not a very jockey anime.
Mm.
I that's what I get from it. It's not super jockey because like I just everyone loves it in general. Um, but yeah. All in all, I think there's a lot of people who are not only are they young. The majority of people who did this, they're young. Because like look at all, only One Piece made it to the end.
Mm-hmm.
Like if this was done like 10 years ago, it probably would have been like Naruto, DBZ, One Piece, or some bullshit like that. I definitely think that more. I feel like in addition to more young people, I say more women slash not straight men voted, or a decent amount of them. Because I'm telling you, a lot of straight men are just like, oh my god, the Dragon Ball. Like literally, there's like the whole list of shonen anime, and we're like, we only love shonen, we only love
Listen, as a
shonen.
straight man, like 95% of this list would not be here if I had to pick my top 25 and put it.
Okay, but you know exactly what
Dragon Ball Z would not be, but maybe.
But you know what I'm talking about. You know
Mhm.
exactly like the majority of people, even I feel like not too many of those kinds of anime fans watch our podcast. If they do, what up? But yeah, like it's not even to shit on anyone per se. But Beastars is not the greatest anime of all time. Neither is Haikyuu. Sorry, you girls can take a
I feel
seat.
like people who are fans of Beastars and Haikyuu would also acknowledge these two are not the best anime of all time. If you do think these two are the best anime of all time, please watch mine.
I love Beastars. I love Beastars. It's a really good anime. Not the greatest anime of all time. So this was just This should have just been like, what's your favorite anime? Period.
Mm-hmm.
Because this just gives me the insight that people just.
Well, that
can't
is how
read.
most people voted. They
were like, this
is
my favorite, exactly, without really thinking about it. But it's Twitter, so
if I had to pick my favorite animes of all time, then it might be a bunch of edgy anime over here.
Yeah, right.
Like, witches would be on this.
It's gross. But yeah. So that was my very long.
Yeah, it was like this podcast is about to be 2 hours, just so you know, because we also have 8 anime to cover.
That's fine. I knew it was gonna be a long one. This was worth it. This shit show was absolutely worth it.
Well, to follow up that shit show, I actually have a really amazing good news. Breaking the trend of good anime not getting second seasons, we have How Not to Summon a Demon Lord getting a second season in 2021.
Ooh, I knew you were gonna pick that one.
Yes, I'm so hyped. I can't wait. I was actually reading the light novels like earlier this year, and it gets really, really good. So I'm just super hyped for season 2. If you haven't seen How Not to Summon a Demon Lord season 1, and you're a fan of just fun, stupid ecchi anime, go watch it. It's ecchi, but it's very classy ecchi. It's not over the top. Like there's not nudity everywhere and just and it's the action's actually pretty good. It is very good action. So I feel like most people would enjoy it. So you want a good show to just binge watch. Maybe it'll make your top 25 anime of all time. Who knows? Maybe 2021 we'll see a new list and we'll talk about how Demon Lord is beating out fucking Code Geass and Death Note or some shit. But that is my news for this week. So
yeah, so that said, let's jump into our weekly reviews.
Yeah, starting off with Kaguya-sama Season 2, Episode 1. My episode.
Yeah, okay, fine. Yeah.
Our episodes of the week.
Yeah. I was like, I didn't even think about episode of the week, but the moment you said it, I was like, yeah.
Yeah, it wasn't even really that close. So
it wasn't really.
This was hilarious. It picked up right where I left off at in terms of quality.
Yeah, like I was sold to the opening scene with just like the maid Hayasaka with this like Madonna voguing music as she's like sneaking around doing stuff. I was like, oh, I'm sold.
Yeah, yeah.
Again.
That like little Mission Impossible theme when she's like doing all the acrobatics and shit, with like turning people away from the student council room. That was fucking great. I'm just
It
so glad
was.
because my only fear about this show was that because the second or the first season second half was a lot more like romancy than it was comedy for the most
Mm.
part. Like the last couple episodes were more romance based. I was afraid that this would be more romance and drama than comedy, but no, the first episode was just like over the top comedy, just like the first episode of the first season
Yeah.
was.
Yep. My favorite, of course, our favorite part was, well, at least my favorite part was just, I don't know, what's my favorite part? I feel like it was
The
all
Chica
good.
board game. I liked all of it, like the Chica
Yeah,
board game, but
I
also
get,
even the part where he's giving advice and the guy's just trying to be all fucking cool and he's being a dick.
yeah, yeah, he's just being a dick and he's like, oh, yeah, my girlfriend, we enjoyed summer all summer long, dot, dot, dot.
I like how she's his girlfriend is just like super fucking seductive now and just secretive and just like
Yeah, and
evolved several
very,
layers to her
yeah,
character.
she's like, she went as far as to realize that they're spying on her, and then told her boyfriend to just be like, hey, well, let's do all this stuff because they're watching us.
And she's totally just manipulating him.
Yeah, and then she's like, haha, I know you guys are watching, and then poor Kaguya just knocked out. Couldn't take it, her poor soul.
But yeah, no, my favorite was the La Chica board game section. Anything with Chica just automatically wins with me. But seeing Kaguya go through like a fucking crisis mode was great.
Or she just like Kaguya just gets money and she gets money. It's like it shows like almost what like a trajectory of their lives actually could be.
Mm-hmm. She's just like bathing in like money while she's old and dying. It's like, what's my life? I wasted my life. What does it mean?
Meanwhile, Chika and Shirogane like get married and have like a bunch of babies.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, no, it was great. I'm so happy I kept up with the actual con. I wasn't a big fan of the. I think the last segment was probably my least favorite. The whole birthday calendar thing, but even then, it was still pretty good. I'm really
Yeah,
hoping we get like as long as it keeps this trajectory, I'm fine. I'm really
yeah.
hoping it
I want,
maintains it.
you know, what's really funny and who I want more of? The treasurer.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Yes, keep him in there. He's still very funny. Like he works off very well with like just the ladies in general. Well, all of them in general.
Oh yeah. Now we got him from episode 1 too, because he didn't even show up till like halfway through the first season. So
Exactly.
I'm glad we got him from the onset. And like yeah, I like how they're incorporating more of the side characters too. Like they briefly showed the board game club people, and they we had that whole segment with the other couple. So hopefully we see. And I actually that was fun. Opening the series with Hayasaka is a bit of a weird like twist. So I'm appreciating that too. Like just exploring all the other characters is fun. The whole cast is fun.
Yeah, agreed. Great job as always, everyone.
Yes. All right. Now let us move on to something I think we'll talk about it. Fruits Basket season 2.
I know why you're upset about this episode.
Well, is it
I
because there's lack of Toru? Because that's why.
I mean, yeah, I feel like yes, basically,
Mm.
like in a sense they focused on like this yandere woman who I literally give no fucks about. She literally could have gone to the third floor and jumped out the window, and I've been like, wow, oh my god, that's awful. Where's
I
Kyo?
mean, like I don't hate her. I actually think it was interesting that they like, oh look at this side girl that they gave more attention to, whatever. But I feel like they gave her too much
They
attention.
gave her a whole episode. She's
Yeah,
not.
and
So
then the other like student council people, like I'm curious about that girl who was like afraid of Yuki, and they were like, no, let's talk about this asshole guy who just says a million words a minute and just
oh yeah,
fucks lie.
I actually love Mono.
Oh no, I can't. I
Abe.
can't. I don't like him. I can't stand
I like him. I like
him.
he's so stupid. Oh, he's so
He's
dumb.
stupid without being as funny as Yuki's brother. Like, I preferred Yuki. Like, I feel like they're similar characters, as Yuki mentions, but
Yeah.
Yuki's brother is just more over the top and funny, and this guy is just kind of cagey and talkative. I was like,
Yeah. Yeah, I can see that. I don't know. I also like the fact that he might be gay for Yuki.
who isn't gay for Yuki in this fucking series?
Yeah, I
Like,
mean,
at this
for real.
point.
But I'm just glad that he's yet another one. I think I just added one more.
But yeah, no, I wanted more Toru. I like Toru.
I wanted more Kyo.
That
Yeah,
too.
we
Kyo
got
had
him
like
in the
his one little
beginning.
line. You know that's gonna be the theme, right? We're just gonna get Yuki.
Yeah, it's gonna be
It's gonna be the Yuki show,
Yuki. I'm gonna be really upset about it.
and that's what I'm not gonna enjoy about the season because Yuki is by far the least interesting main character. I think. And I think that's not a controversial opinion. I don't know.
Yeah, his personality is I'm really pretty to look at. I'm also very sad.
Mm-hmm.
I'm,
I'm
I'm,
pretty and sad, everybody. Oh, what was
and
me?
they're like, "Oh my god, I love you, Yuki. Oh, we're all gay for you."
It sucks that
Oh.
everyone loves me and I'm the favorite. Oh my god.
Uh,
But I look a little bit feminine, so like that's gonna be a thing that always gets brought up every episode. I don't
yeah.
know. It's like the epitome of like those MTV shows where it was just like rich girls and shit, and they always complain like, "Oh my god, my dad got me a Lamborghini instead of a fucking Ferrari." I feel like that every time Yuki shows up.
I
Like,
mean, it's not. It's a lot. Actually, a lot worse. He kind of got like abused as a child.
yeah, but that wasn't a job. That's not what we were talking about for this episode. This episode was more about just him being, I don't know, out of touch with people.
Yeah, and it's just like, "Hi, I'm Yuki, and I'm different from season one."
Call me when Akito shows up and starts causing shit again.
Yeah,
Then I'll be
word.
like, which I actually thought when Yuki walked into the room and the girl was like fixing up stuff. For a second, I'm like, oh my god, is that Akito in drag? It would have been so much more interesting.
Why?
I don't know. It's the first thing that popped in my head. Just Agito shows up in drag just to fucking ruin the Yuki's school life.
Yeah, I'm out still in drag, and I'm also still in council. Time to fuck
I
your shit up.
applied for the student council, Yuki. You can't escape me.
My name is Agito, and I'm in drag. Welcome to Jackass.
Just like Yuki's walking down the hallway minding his own business, and Agito just shows up and fucking hits him with a 2x4. And this is a jackass.
Oh, that's awful.
But infinitely more entertaining than whatever the fuck this episode was.
Yes, agreed.
Unfortunately. Hopefully,
Unfortunately.
we get some Toru next episode and Kyo. Either way, let us move on.
Cool. As you say the same thing.
Mm-hmm.
God, we really are on the same level of this episode. Tower of God, episode 2.
Mm-hmm.
This alligator person is very fun. I like this alligator thing. He's very funny.
Yeah, he grew on me. The way he just keeps calling him
Rock.
is great. Yeah, no, I love the show. See, now the show's growing on me because it has this weird charm between the characters. Like, I really like all the different characters. Even the side characters, like the fucking Bruce Lee ripoff dude. That's just stupid.
Yeah,
It was really fun.
just there.
Um,
Like those two people, like kind of like going at each other to get through the wall of water. I forget what it's called.
yeah, I I like how people just randomly show up and I instantly love them. Like at one point, this woman just showed up and she just started smart mouthing Bruce Lee and then walked straight into the fucking wall and like knocked herself out.
Her head starts bleeding.
Like bleeding. And after they both get through, they like high five each other. I'm like, oh, this is fucking adorable. I don't know who the hell you are, but you're one of my. I don't know who the hell either of you two are, but now you're two of my favorite characters.
Exactly. I like Kun. Kun is pretty fun. I like him because he's not trying too hard. He's clearly very strong and whatever, but he's not like Ugh, I'm Sasuke.
Yeah, I feel like he's mysterious character
Yeah.
done right for now. Like he's not overly edgy or overly like I don't trust him, but at the same time, he hasn't given me anything to not like about him or like be like, oh, this guy is clearly evil or something. It's
Yeah,
like
like he's
he's
just very
subtle
chill.
enough, yeah, where I can't trust his motives, but I still like his character. Also, he had like a shit. Does his bag just have infinite snacks in it or something? Is that his thing?
Yeah, do you remember just hand out infinite like bars to like Steve
Yeah. I also like the dynamic of their team because you have him being the brains, Bam being the lucky guy, and then
Yeah.
Rock just being the stupid like brawn of the team,
Yeah.
which is fun. Also, him calling them turtles is great. I can't get over that
I'm
stupid
like,
ass blue
why?
turtle.
Yeah, right. I'm like, what the fuck? God, he's so stupid. I love it.
Shellless blue turtles.
Also a little bit of like we get a little bit of world building,
Mm.
some interesting things that are just very random facts. Like, hey, so everyone here was born in the tower, and I'm like, what? They're born in the tower, and then they're just kicked out of like Nirvana or some
Mm.
shit like that. And then they live on like the lower floor, the outer ring. Like, it feels very Final Fantasy VII
It
to me.
does. Ooh, Shinra. Um,
Yeah,
I did like the exposition because it didn't feel exposition-y. Like there was while they were talking, it felt natural. Like even the guy who was talking, I forget his name. He was really
yeah,
I really liked his character. And while they were talking, like there was stuff going on. Other characters were having conversations and trying to get through the water. So it was never boring, even though most of this episode, when you break it down, was just people talking.
exposition.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I think they did a good job of masking that, and they also did a good job of like showing a bunch of interesting characters off. I like the cute green skin like alligator girl or whatever that's on
Oh,
Bruce Lee's
her.
team. Yeah.
Yeah. I like the guy who sleeps. He literally just hopped right he literally just hopped right on through the wall and then just went
Went to
straight
sleep.
down. Oh, that was kind of charming in its own way.
Yeah, so I'm really feeling the charm from this series. I think my only complaint is I wish it was I don't want to say it's too slow, but I want to see something happen. Like I want to see it
I
pick
what
up
are
a
you talking
bit.
about? At the beginning, there's when they're like fighting.
There was, but I guess I could say stakes, but not really stakes. I want there to be like a concentrated battle or test or something. Like right now we're getting a lot of exposition to set everything up. I just want there to be an actual event, something eventful to happen. Like I like that they were having that whole battle royale, but then it kind of ended super quickly. Like, oh yeah, we had a battle royale for like a quarter of an episode, and now it's over. So, kind of want more of that.
Okay. Excuse me. Well, I'm hopefully we will get it in the next episode. Until then, let's move on to Shokugeki no Soma
Mm,
Go no Sa, episode 1.
yes, beach
Um,
episode, literally beach episode.
yeah, it's literally just a beach episode. It's so ridiculous. Like it basically picked up from where they left. Very ridiculous. They have a new teacher who's like clearly evil. Um, like he literally just looks like Arina's dad, but like younger and more by shonen.
Maybe Irina's dad went back in time.
That we know how he looked when he went back in
Oh
time.
shit, you're right.
Like in the past. Yeah, it can't be him.
Damn
Sorry.
it. There
Sorry.
goes my theory.
Conspiracy theories down the drain.
Well, I'm not watching this anymore. My theory's gone.
But he is hot as hell, so
Mm.
can't be mad. Yeah, the beach episode. I love how, like I said, one thing I love about this anime that it's so ecchi, but they give like fan service to like for everyone.
Oh yeah,
Like, cause like all the guys are like ripped,
yeah.
like for some reason.
I felt like there was equal amounts of both. Um, I especially really like the swimsuits. Though, like a lot of the girls had really cute swimsuits. I love Alice's swimsuit. Alice is great this episode. More Alice, please.
Um, Yeah, what was her challenge again? Oh yeah, to raise like $300,000 like at a shack. I'm like, all right, cool.
Listen, if I have the ability to raise $300,000 by just making a shack into a restaurant, why the fuck am I in this school? Like that skill alone is like, listen, I don't need to graduate from the school. I have the
Yeah, I
skill to
could
just
just stay
make
here.
$1 billion just fucking doing whatever I want. Got it.
Exactly.
Why do I need to
So that
graduate?
didn't make any fucking sense.
Mm,
I first of all, I found it so disrespectful when they're like, Megumin's so great, the way she takes all those orders. I'm like, this has nothing to do with her being a professional chef.
and now she's really good at taking orders.
That is so disrespectful. I'm like, oh, I hate they always disrespecting Megumin. Leave her alone, Jesus Christ.
Listen, as far as like
Jesus.
skill goes, she's lucky to be
Jeez.
in that squad, right?
Ouch. I mean, you're not wrong, but leave her alone. Let her live. Fuck.
um, I did love the little cute scene between fuck, what's her name, main girl,
Arena?
yeah, Arina and Soma on the balcony. That was really really cute,
Mm,
and someone was like, wow,
that
you're
was
really
really cute.
pretty for one.
Also disrespectful.
I like their synergy. They have really good like
Yeah.
banter together.
Just fuck already.
I'm sure we'll get.
Basically.
Hopefully by the end of the season we'll get there.
Well, we shall see. We shall see. But yeah, there's nothing too much to say about it. Like it's like, have you seen? This feels like very much like every other.
It's stuck to a formula.
Or yeah, which
The
is it's fine because it still like I still enjoyed it though. That's the thing.
I enjoyed it because like I feel like this episode's purpose was just to get you reintroduced to everybody, and
Yeah.
then they clearly set up something interesting at the end of the episode. Like, by the way, guys, there's a giant ass tournament. I'm like, on one hand, I'm kind of like, oh, cool, something good, but then on the other, I'm like, ugh, great, another tournament. At the end of the day,
Yeah.
this is just a series of tournament arcs.
Yep. Just literally. Yep. It has they are a one trick pony if I ever saw one.
But I'm still looking forward to it. We also had some good food moments. There was sexy food displays and shit. So
Yeah.
I was hungry by the end of this.
I was eating when I watched this, so good on me for being smart.
Lucky.
All right. Now, if you're done with that, good sir, let us go on to Nami yo Kiitekure, episode 2.
This one felt a lot weaker than the first one, to be honest.
Really?
Yeah, because it was just such a weird turnaround. Because the first one was so fast paced and a lot more over the top comedic. This one
I feel
was a
like,
lot
yeah, I feel like you were
slower.
just, I feel like you're just like, there's no outrageous thing with her fighting a bear.
Not even. It was just this one felt more like a drama. Like this is what I thought it was gonna be, like a mix between drama and comedy. But then the first episode was just like pure comedy, and now it's just leaning into drama more. I don't know.
I think it's just an episode of her just getting. I think they have to show how she like transitions into being a radio host. Like it wasn't that much drama.
I mean,
Like
the
what
way
drama?
they ended on a pretty big note with the fucking blood stain and everything.
Okay, well, yes. If you ended on a dramatic note, if that's your only way to say
No,
that it
I'm
was
just saying there
dramatic.
was other issues, like well, not issues, but other drama moments, like the what's this guy's name? I'll pull it up, right? No, Mato, the producer, when he was talking with the other radio personality, like there's something going on with those two. I don't know. Like there's a lot more intrigue and
It's more in depth than we thought it would be. I
yeah,
feel like
like this was not a pure comedy episode. Is what I'm trying to say. Compared to the first episode, this one was a lot more set up and character
yeah. I think
interactions.
there's like I said, I think this one is like one of those just episodes where they just kind of have to like put her like they can't just be like, well, and then I quit, and then I joined this. The end.
Yeah, you don't have to like. But
But
at
they,
the same time, I was kind of just bored watching her go about it. Like I felt like this episode was long, like longer than it needed to be for her to just get started in the radio.
I don't know. I disagree. I thought the writing was very funny. I thought the dialogue was very funny. It wasn't. No, it's not. If you're looking for slaps, I think you were looking for like that over stupid slapstick Josh.
Well, I was looking for like not even
Jashin-chan
that, but
ish,
like just stuff from the first episode.
esque,
No,
or like
like
very like
crazy things people wrote in from the request board or whatever to her. It's just like over the top stupid stuff. This was just
oh, sorry. So Jashin-chan, you keep
no,
saying things that
they're not
Jashin-chan.
people just dying and getting killed in slapstick ways. I'm just saying situational.
But saying
comedy.
saying stuff like I'm a public flasher and I like strung my
that's
dick, and then
situational comedy. Like it's still realistic comedy. I feel like that was the strong suit of this show, and this episode kind of went away from that in favor of just being more dramatic and setting up stuff. Like there was still a bit of that, like when she was talking about how she imagined her restaurant owner learning the secret to the curry soup or whatever, and he has like a master, and they're fucking looking in the ocean or whatever. That was really funny. Everything else was kind of, like that, most of it was not that.
Really. So when they all show up to the restaurant, and that whole scene where they show up to the restaurant, that wasn't funny. That was funny,
and it was a quick scene. Like all the funny scenes put together equal like 2 minutes of a 20-minute episode that was mostly dry talking and like plot points.
I don't know. I
could have used more comedy to spice it up. But I don't know. That's my take, you know?
I don't know. Well, I'm one of those people who can find humor. I think this is one of those episodes where where my old English teacher, shout out to Miss Lento, where she's like, this isn't just a ha funny whatever. This is humor. Like
that sounds like, super pretentious, right?
Yeah, no, it was incredibly pretentious the way she said it, but I believe she had like a point. Like this isn't just like I'm saying a bunch of stupid shit and where we all laugh. No, this is like smart, funny writing that probably would be more akin to like...
You didn't laugh because it's too smart for you.
I didn't say it's too smart, but it's just not what you were... Like I said, it's not what you were
like,
looking
it's
for.
not what I'm led to believe after the first episode was literally her fighting a bear, talking about somebody flashing everybody, and then going from that to this episode where it's just a lot more subtle and like... The majority of the episode is me looking at character motivations and being like, why is the guy doing this? What are his plans for this? Why are you doing that? I feel like I was analyzing characters more than I was like, ha, that was clever, or anything like that.
Also, at the end, even that was humorous because that's clearly her ex who's like, drinking blood because he's like, oh shit, like basically he hears he had it coming, like in the background. I don't know how you saw that and saw drama. See, I feel
you sure that? You're saying that's the ex of the girl in the picture?
I think that was the ex, and that he was showing a picture of her before she dyed her hair, I think.
I don't know, because I think that was the same thing that she saw when she left the building, and she was just like, hi, when she was going to the car, and then he was like, oh, yeah, hi, whatever.
No, hello? Okay, so Oni wasn't paying attention.
No, it was the same dude.
No.
Wasn't the guy in the beginning of the episode her ex that was sleeping with the other girl?
Beginning of the episode? That was sleeping... Wait, who? Define beginning.
Like towards the beginning, where the guy was on the couch, and then, or... The guy was on the couch with the girl, and then the woman was like, "Oh, interesting, convenient." Blah, blah,
yeah,
blah.
that was the same dude. Were they
the same? That was not the same dude. The one dude in the beginning had like a serious looking face. The other guy in the end had like dorky glasses and stuff, like more nerdy.
Oh, okay.
Huh.
Interesting. I just assumed they were the same person.
I just assumed at the end the guy was well, he wasn't bleeding, but like he saw blood because he probably killed that woman or something. That's why I was thinking like,
oh shit, God, no.
That's my interpretation of like he's looking at this picture of this girl and he's remembering having sex with her and killing her or something.
No, why would it go to?
Because he's looking at a picture of a girl he's with, and then he's first thought he's having sex with her, and then blood appears everywhere, like, and he freaks out. I don't know. What do you say?
Okay, so I guess she really fought a bear? Question mark. Like it was not that. Like, do you
But
understand?
that's what I'm
Like,
saying. That's not a comedic moment. That's like an intrigue moment where I'm just like, what the fuck is going on? Why?
oh, I think you're just not getting it. I'm getting it. You're
Oh,
just not getting
yeah.
it.
You just don't understand the layers of the comedy. The
It's like you're not
humor.
understanding. You're not
There was
understanding
not a comedic
cinema.
tone to
The
that scene at
humor.
all. There was no comedy to that scene. There was no. There was a drama chord at the end of it. Like, I'm just saying. This was decidedly less comedic than the first episode, and there was a
I
lot
will
more.
grant you that it was not as yuck 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 yuck, but it was funny just in a they just took it in a different direction.
Well, now that I know that this show can switch between crazy slapstick and drama, I'm gonna be more aware of it. I'm just
Wait,
not
what was
prepared
that?
for wild swings like that in tone. Like, are you rewatching the scene?
Yes, I am. If you saw that sign and you were like, "Oh my God, there's a murder afoot," then I'm just like, "Yeah,
There
I
was
actually."
he's literally looking at a picture of this girl, then he imagines her naked, and then there's blood everywhere.
There's a lot of blood in Jashin-chan. What's your point?
Okay, but Jashin-chan is clearly comedic. This one isn't. There's like dun 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 music in the background. It's not like Jashin-chan where it's just like happy energy music playing all the time and shit. I'm just saying the tone in that one is decidedly like, ooh, what is this about? Mysterious. Not
Like it's
ha 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 ha
not.
ha ha.
I mean, like he's clearly overreacting about something. Not
All right, well,
to,
maybe
but not to, but not
it'll
to a
turn
murder
into a
though.
joke.
But not to a murder
Maybe it'll
though.
turn into a joke where he's like, "Oh, I tried to have sex with this woman, and it reminded me every time I see a girl naked, I don't know, I start getting a nosebleed." Maybe that'll be a joke or something, and she has to answer his question. But I'm just saying the way it was set up made it look super dramatic for no reason.
Yami Nami yo Kiitekure. I understand what you're going for.
No,
Someone
Drew
may not have
doesn't.
understood.
Yeah, I cannot wait until
He didn't
someone
understand.
dies in the show. Main guy's gonna be fucking Monica. The main girl's gonna die, and Drew's gonna be like, "Ha funniest moment in anime."
But did you say the way that she
Fucking
died?
main girl is gonna come out and
It
kill
came
the
out of
old
nowhere.
dude.
Oh my God! You see that dumb face she made before she got hit by the car.
Let's move on. We're stuck here. There's something I think we can both agree is a comedy. Shadowverse, episode 1.
Oh God! I didn't even like click on it. I don't know where to. Oh, here we go. Right. This show. God, another thing that we watched together. Well,
Yeah.
the only thing we watched together. Well, I appreciate the fact that they play the actual cards instead of making a bunch of new ones. Well, they did make up like one new one. Too bad they all suck. All the cards that they play suck. So it's like it kind of feels like that whole Yu-Gi-Oh effect where they're like starting out with like Celtic Guardian, like kind of like that.
Yeah.
But at the time, I was a child, so I was like, "Oh boy, Celtic Guardian!" But I'm a grown up and I play this game, like, and I'm trying to like ladder up to get to like master rank. So it's like playing a card like that means like it means nothing to me. So
I felt like this was beat for beat the exact same as the intro episode of Yu-Gi-Oh! Like the exact story beats.
minus Exodia.
Minus Exodia. Guy shows up, kid shows up like, "Oh, I want to play X game." Deus Ex Machina happens where he managed to play the game. In Yugi's case, Millennium Puzzle. In this dude's case, literally same setup. He manages to find a mysterious chest that has a cell phone in it. Yugi found a mysterious thing that has a Millennium Puzzle in it. Then they go to school. I'm going to play the first game ever and win. Then some asshole shows up and steals something from the main character, or steals, in Yu-Gi-Oh's case, Kaiba steals, his grandfather's blue eyes. And in this case, the dude steals his girlfriend's phone. They fight. Deus Ex Machina card play. Like, you're about to lose, Yugi. Oh no,
Yeah,
I summoned
which
the
did not
Unstoppable
exist in the game.
Exodia. Oh, well, I summoned the Unstoppable bullshit 3-drop or 5-drop 5/7 dragon. Was it 7-drop or 5-drop? I thought it was a 5-drop.
7-3. It's actually, in terms of dragon cards, it's actually like it's okay.
It was literally also the same setup in terms of the way Exodia killed the 3 blue eyes. His dragon dude killed the 3 monsters that the other guy had and like obliterate him in the face. It was the same. It was the exact same as Yu-Gi-Oh. The exact same thing, just swapping the character names.
Yeah. But yeah, I just want to talk about the card that he played. So it was a 7/3/5, and when it attacked, it pings everything for 3.
Mm-hmm.
But it doesn't have rush, so you have to spend evolution point, or else it doesn't mean anything.
Wait, are you trying to say this card is underpowered? Is that what you're gonna go for right now?
There are better dragon cards. Dragon legendaries.
Wait. So what was it? Was it a 5-drop or a 7? 7-drop 5.
7/3/5. 3/5.
7/3/5 that you then evolve into. First off, 7/3/5. So it's really a 5-drop because dragon. So a 5-drop 3/5.
Oh no, it's not calling it a 7-drop. Anyways,
you're gonna summon it on turn 5.
It doesn't matter.
You're summoning on turn 5.
Still a 7 fucking drop.
On turn 5, you get a 3/5 that you can then evolve because you will have an evolve point on turn 5. Then evolve into a 5/7 who does 3 damage to everything on the field, and then when he hits you in the face, he gets +5 attack. That's broken.
I wouldn't say. Maybe if you gave it Storm, it'd be broken.
You're telling me if that was a dragon card, no one would run it. It would have its own fucking deck built around it, and you know it.
Okay, it would be. It's good. I take back my statement, because if you can't find a way to stop it, you basically lose the game. Or if you don't have ward, you lose the game.
It has 7 defense. It's gonna be, you can't, like, most things can't kill it. You would need to sacrifice either run 2 things into it. You would need to run 2 things into it,
or just outright use the kill spell. Yeah.
Outright use a kill spell. Because even things that do like 4 damage or 5 damage, you ain't gonna kill it. So.
Yeah. But yeah, I don't know. I'm just thinking about this meta. There's a lot.
It's also a board wipe, so
there's a lot of ward going on in this meta. There's like
the ward ain't gonna have 5 health. Yeah, even if there's a bunch of ward, he's gonna kill it because he does 3 damage to the entire board.
I don't know. I'm thinking about like Mono is a 6/6, Vaughn is a 4/4 and if whatchamacallit, everyone else dies, like 10 Machina followers die, he gives them a crazy buff as well and gives them all ward as well, making it even harder for you to hit the face. And then we have Kuan ward, which is a 4/5, so...
Okay, but you're just talking about individual cards. He does 3 damage. He'll just run into Kuan, do the 3 damage plus the 5 damage, 8 damage, and then 3 damage to everything else on the board. Everything would be dead, even on Kuan's board.
Yeah, you're right. I'm just saying it's not... Like, it's a good board clear. Not essentially a finisher, because it doesn't have Storm.
It's a board clear.
It's a really excellent board clear.
It's an excellent board clear that if you do not kill, it's just going to kill you the next turn.
Yeah. Unless you flood it. Like, yeah, because of the 3-drop. Okay, you have a point. Yeah,
I'm sure there's ways to play. There's ways to play around it, but I'm just saying it's a powerful ass card.
Yeah. Fair. Okay, fine. Fair. And
it doesn't have to be a finisher because it's only going to be a 7-drop, so you can still ramp into your other bullshit that you have.
But like didn't say when it's attacking the is it when it attacks the face? Does it get
+5? Yeah.
Okay, so if it's not attacking the face, then it's not super. Like it's not that big of a threat. Like literally, as long as you have wards. If you have like an aggro deck and they play that card, then you just die. But I'm just saying, there's a lot of ward. I'm just saying, enough ward where you can holds off one turn and then
Well,
runs
unless you
something
got
else
a
into
board
it.
of a bunch of like 5/5s with ward, then you're not getting through that.
I mean, you don't need a 5/5 because it's only gonna be a 5/7 when you evolve it. It doesn't get the boost because you're not hitting the face.
But it's still doing
So
3 damage to everything. And most of
okay,
the things you flood the board with are gonna, even if they have ward, they're gonna be like 2/2s and 1/1s and 1/2s
and 1/3s
and 1/3s, which would still die.
Yeah. So basically, I feel like if you ramp early into this card, then you win. But if you play it like if you don't draw, for example, if you don't draw the card because luck is not on your side for whatever reason, or like middle game or end game, then it's not as powerful because it's much easier to deal with because your opponent will have more play points.
Well, if you're like the people in this show and you play a bunch of basic cards and fucking have
This card is yes, this a bunch of basic cards. This deck is, I said this deck. This card is like literally the best thing since sliced bread. But I'm just saying it would be cool to run. It just wouldn't be like it wouldn't be the Deus Ex Machina like it is.
Listen, if you're going to go out and say Seductress Vampire deserves to be nerfed, I'd rather Seductress Vampire isn't as broken as this card is. So I don't know what you're talking about.
Yeah, no, girl, you know.
You are crazy. You are so biased about cards in general. But anyway, let's actually talk about the anime and not classes that you're biased against.
I mean, first of all, it's Shadowverse. You knew we were going to talk about the cards.
Okay, but I also want to talk about the anime and not just the game is meta.
What? Okay, well, I honestly don't know what else to say about the anime. You let me know what else there's to say about it.
I'm just saying, I enjoyed the cameos and the... I mean, as far as Yu-Gi-Oh! Clones go, as boring and, like, super by the numbers that this was, I can see it maybe being interesting. Like, it has to... If it goes off the wall, it can be good. Like, if it goes just, fucking takes its pants off and fucking runs into the
by
night.
the way, guys, we're not watching 48 episodes of this. I'm telling you that right now.
We're
gonna watch literally till the season. We were like, oh well, it was good for what it was. Bye.
Unless it goes crazy. Well, not even then. We're not gonna watch it. But I might watch it on my own. I'm just saying, like, if it goes crazy like Yu-Gi-Oh! Did with Duelist Kingdom, and there's like some dude takes this guy's phone, throws it on the ocean or whatever, then maybe we have a show. As it is right now, it is really, even for a card game show, is really, really, really plain and safe. Go watch Reconnect. Princess was it Princess Die Reconnect? Or Princess Connect Redive?
That's on my list. I'm gonna watch it soon.
Yeah,
Can't
really
wait.
Good. And yes, I think the director for the first episode was the Konosuba director, which is why I was like, why does this feel like Konosuba? That explains a lot.
Oh no, just for the first episode though? When
I don't know if it's just for the first episode, but he was the director for the first episode. I hope he's the director for the whole series.
That would be great. That would actually convince me to watch it.
Yeah. Anyway, let's move on to Aru Railgun, episode 11. Is this the show you were going to go crazy about?
Oh shit, I think we forgot a show.
Well, no, the only thing left is Jashin-chan.
Oh, okay. Wait, but isn't that still out of order?
It's because it doesn't show up on this list because it's technically finished airing.
Oh. Okay. Yeah, no, that's the show I have a problem with.
What?
But
anyway, we'll get there when we get there.
Yeah, yes, you will. This was fine. Like, it felt very Aru feel of an episode.
I liked it. I think the action was actually better than most of the stuff we saw in Index Season 3.
Yeah, I wouldn't go that far because while nothing made sense, their fight, the action, those scenes were it was a lot going on. It
Well,
was
let's
a
put it this
lot.
way: I was more hyped for what's going on in Railgun than I was for most things going on. And like
I don't know.
seeing Kuroko fight the slime thing, seeing Shokuho team up, and now going after the evil doctor,
Yeah.
seeing Toma and the other level 5 team up. It feels more hype to me than anything that happened in season 5 or season 3 of
Fair
Index.
enough. Yeah, and although I'm not gonna lie, when I saw Toma fight, and I just said, and I thought to myself, God, what'd be worse than just one Chad doing fighting Mikasa or Misaka? Then there goes the second Chad, but you know what?
I
It's
just wish that they would
okay.
not resolve like even in Misaka's own show, Toma has to show up to save the day. I'm just
Yeah,
Can we
I
have a
really don't
break for
like that.
Toma, please? It's funny because I think he's a cool character. It's just they overuse him to like Naruto levels of can we please solve a problem without
Yeah, but
Toma
it's even
here?
more ridiculous because,
Mm.
you know, as opposed to having a giant QB cheat code, we just have this guy in his right hand.
I don't know. It just feels like if it was just Shokuho fixing this issue or whatever, I feel like it'd be a lot more impactful. Like Shokuho and Kuroko and the other level 5 teaming up to fix this issue, as opposed to suddenly Toma comes in and has to solve the problem. I hope it's not always like this. Like, does Misaka just play second fiddle to Toma in her own show? Imagine.
Yeah, I think I'd actually like this anime
Mm.
a lot less if they did that.
Get to the next arc and Toma just shows up in the last episode. Hey guys, I'm here to fix the problem that you guys are having.
Yeah. But yeah, like I feel like it's like, oh, we're working toward, this is one of those episodes where it's like we're getting stuff into motion and action is happening and we're eventually gonna come to the resolution of it all.
I don't know. I did like the characters out. Well, aside from Toma, I did like the characters having their little moments. Like Kuroko had her little cool moment. She's like, "I'm gonna fight because I want believed in what you told me, Misaka." Shoguho had her little moment where she was doing her telepathy to Toma. I don't know. They all had their little cute moments, and I appreciate that.
Yeah, no, it was fine. Like it was entertaining. Like I ate it with my ramen or my pizza. No, with my pizza. I was really entertained. It was good.
All right, and that
Also I just want to say that that the right hand did not work, so that's a little interesting.
that's true. It just like immediately
Yes,
failed.
for once him alone is not the key.
I'm assuming that that just means he's gonna hug her. Like
Yeah,
that's
he's like, I had
he's
to touch you
like, yeah.
longer.
If I just hold on to you and bring you close to me, I'll whatever. You'll live. So,
Yeah.
or maybe Toma dies. Who knows? There's an alternate reality. If there's like got an alternate timeline where Toma dies.
Oh my god, I would literally come. Anyways, that being said, let us talk about our last anime, Jashin-chan Dropkick something something, Jashin Dropkick-chan, season 2, episode 1. Now, what upset me about this episode, cause for the most part, it did what it did.
Mm.
But basically, so um, I was at I was at the tail end of yet another successful Day to Day stream. You guys should check him out if you haven't. Um, Now he does his anime thing now where every now and then, if he has the time, we'll just watch an anime or two or three.
Mm.
And I convinced them to watch Jashin-chan, even though it was season 2. They were, oh, it's season 2, episode 1, and I said, "This anime is so dumb. You literally can jump in at any point, kind of quickly catch on,
Mm.
because it's not like this plot is paper thin." I mean, it's not. It's like, this plot is kind of paper thin and silly in that way,
Mm.
and you will be fine, which is the truth.
Mm.
Now, at first, the summoning of Jashin-chan, I was like, first of all, you know how weird it was having to explain to people that I was learning more in this episode than the entire season 1, because they were convinced that they didn't know what was going on because
Mm.
they didn't see the first season, and I'm like, that's actually not true. People didn't believe me because I was kind of drunk, but I'm telling the truth though. That's the crazy part. So that was happening, and then we enjoyed the episode a little bit, the Death Note stuff, blah blah blah, and then began her ridiculous inner dialogue scene.
What? That was hilarious.
That was, I don't know, it didn't quite hit for me. It didn't like it. They stayed on it entirely too long. Like that was easily the weakest part of the episode for me.
I actually thought it was the strongest part. It was the most funny part.
No, because it was just like, we're a bunch of Jashin-chans. I'm killing. There's Buddha Jashin. Like
yes, it's over the top and stupid, just like it always is.
It's like they were going with a concept. I feel like
the fucking giant Jashin-chan died horribly.
No, she didn't. She just dropped dead because the small
one died. Yes,
died. Exactly.
That was horrific.
That made no sense.
Okay, I see what's going on. You didn't like it because you chose to view it in such a weird venue and invite everyone to watch it with you, and it didn't have the desired effect that you thought it was going to be. That's on you. That is not on the episode. The episode itself was the same as always.
I watched it again by myself, and I came to the same conclusion. It's over. I was like, this one section, which is very like, I don't know. I wasn't a fan. I wasn't a fan on it, and that's fine. Like it's like you can't win them all, and I don't know. I feel like I just didn't like that one section. The rest of the, like, if they would have just held on for like a little bit longer and went back to their episode, everything would have been like boom, fine. Because it went back to his normal shit, and I'm just like, oh my god, this is funny. I like this, cool, and. It's just like it already has an established like they have an established formula. And I feel like this joke just kind of like I knew what they were going for. They just kind of tiptoed a wee bit, and it just didn't. I just feel like it just didn't hit the way I wanted it to, and that's fine. It's like if this is the one time where they had one part where I really just wasn't fucking with, then I can deal with it. But like the rest of the like I said, that was one section. Like her inner dialogue thing, it was like a decent chunk of the episode, but it wasn't like the whole thing. So by that logic, percentage wise, I still enjoyed the episode more than did not. It was just unfortunately everyone saw that one point and was like, "What the fuck?" And I too was like, "I'm like I can't explain this because they're like." For some reason, they went above and beyond for this part. And I don't know.
I like it because it went above and beyond. Like, it caught me off guard. Like, the whole appeal for me for Jashin-chan is that it does shit that just catches me off guard. As opposed to, like, most comedies, which just does stupid shit, but it's kind of predictable. Like, that whole segment, I was just like, what the fuck is going on? But in a good way, and I think the joke landed well at the end, where it's like, oh, well, she was just deciding what to make for dinner the whole time. And also, it was just... Like, yes, they were going back and forth with each other and just talking.
Yeah, like, I feel like that was too long. Because that wasn't funny.
It was, because they were still doing stupid shit, like killing each other and doing telepathy, and a bunch of other Jashin-chans were just showing up randomly. So, like, if it was just those four Jashin-chans talking to each other for, like, 20, or, like, 5 minutes or 8 minutes, or however long the segment lasted, then yes. But then we had the fucking giant Jashin-chan who was controlled by a mini Jashin-chan, and then the ESP Jashin-chan killed her and killed the giant one because the small one died, and then there was a Buddha Jashin-chan who fucking reached Nirvana and was reincarnated. It was,
but
there was more to it than just one joke.
I feel like the lead up of the joke was just like not funny to the actual like punchline, which was funny at the end. Where it's like, oh, we're just gonna do beef stew. I'm like, oh, okay, ha ha ha. But like. Just all that leading up to it was just like like the scene ended with the last thing, and there was just a bunch of Joshins like talking to each other, and all of us were just like, "What's going on?" And then they were like, "Maybe we should watch season 1." And I'm like, I'm telling you right now, season 1 would not put any of what's happening in perspective. I'm equally confused. I was confused.
You should have said watch season 1, episode 1. That is on you.
No, because they only wanted to watch it because they thought they wouldn't get it, which is my point. It was so outrageous that they thought it was somehow connected to season one, and I'm just like, no, they're just going they're trying something new.
I think it's like
I feel like it was very hit or miss. It was very hit or miss depending on the person.
You didn't like it because, well, of the situation, but also, yes, it is hit or miss in the sense that it's unexpected and just really out of left field. But like I said, I like when Jashin-chan does a lot of unexpected shit that's just out of left field. Like it constantly does unexpected shit that's out of left field.
Yeah, but not like I don't know. I just felt like this did not hit quite well. First of all, I will stand for the anime that I like and that I don't like. Thank you very much. I'm not as weak-minded as some people. Enough to be like, oh, well, the rest of the group doesn't like it, therefore I don't like it. I don't do peer pressure. Thank you very much. You know me better than that.
Well,
so that is
I'm
not
just saying you were expecting one thing, and because it didn't deliver that thing, you're like, well, I don't understand what's going on. But it never did.
Exactly.
But that's what it always exactly. But it always does that. It just does random shit. Like I said, when we were talking about the previous season, they had a whole segment where Medusa and her are walking down the beach playing music or singing a song or some other bullshit that did not fit in with anything else the series has ever done.
I mean, like, yeah, I mean, they could have, in all honesty, cut that all out and ended the episode, and I would also have been okay, but... And, like, those are one of those moments where it's just like, I guess that also happened. I didn't care for that part. I know exactly what you're talking about. I just didn't care for it. But the rest of the episode was funny, so I was like, okay, that's fine.
Fair enough.
This part just didn't make any sense.
Well, it's not supposed to make sense. Jashin-chan never makes sense.
It doesn't, but it was like, oh, it's snowing, it's been for the whole episode, and they're just randomly singing Christmas carols. It's a totally random thing, but it's like, okay, it's Christmas, they're singing. That made more sense than sudden fucking what's the name of that movie?
Which one? Inside Out?
No, like the Inception weird shit that happened with Jashin-chan.
I think it comes down to it was confusing, but I like the payoff. It was meant to be confusing. Is the point? Like it's meant to be confusing, and then that's why the joke works because you're confused the whole time, and then it's just like, oh yeah, I'm just deciding what I want for dinner, and then it's like, oh okay, it makes sense now. That was the point of the joke. Like,
I mean,
if you weren't confused and you knew what was going on, it wouldn't have been like.
They could have definitely shaved that joke down into like
maybe
not that
like
long.
If it was just like 3 or 4 minutes instead of 6 or 8 minutes or whatever it was.
Like 3 minutes tops, and I would be like, oh yeah, this is fine. But like we were just sitting there, I don't
know, because I like the jokes within the jokes that it was doing, so I like the jokeception of it.
Okay, well, we will agree to disagree as per usual.
Either way, it is interesting to note that Jashin-chan's entire season dropped. So
oh yeah, so are we gonna like just do an episode by episode thing? Like, what do we want to do about this? Do you want to actually chat what we want to do?
Yeah, guys, let us know what you want us to do about Jashin-chan in the comments below. Do you want us to cover each episode like weekly? Like next week we cover episode 2 and episode 3 the week after.
I mean, girl, we're not about to watch the whole thing.
We're not about to watch the whole thing in 1 week. But do you want us to do episode, by episode per week? Or at our own pace we'll watch the show, and sometime maybe at the end when all the shows are wrapping up, we'll give our take on the series as a whole. Kind of like what we did with the first season.
Yeah. So let us know.
Let us know down below.
Yep.
With that said, I think that is the end. So if you enjoyed this podcast, make sure you hit that like button and subscribe so you can catch us as we go up every week. If you haven't already, do follow us on Twitter, follow us on Discord, and follow us on Twitch. And if you want to go even one step further, you can donate to us and become a patron like all these lovely people on screen right now. Becoming a patron means you get perks like voting for what shows we watch on the podcast, as you guys voted for Shadowverse, god damn it. And
I
You
listen.
also
Like I said, I am not mad about it. Keep doing it by all means. I don't care. That's just one less show for me to watch or to really care about.
And we actually, guys, we just watched Kaguya-sama with the other patrons. So if you want to watch Kaguya-sama with us and other live watches that shows we watch for the podcast, then consider becoming a patron so you can enjoy the fun live watches. Drew, do you have anything you'd like to add?
Um, Stay inside and watch anime.
Yes, now's the perfect time. I'm gonna go catch up on Demon Slayer
No, you're not.
and BNA. So
Eh. That's also a really good anime.
it is. I can't wait to watch it over it. I saw the first episode and I was like, "Wow, this is so good." I'm gonna
Yeah,
watch.
it's
I'm gonna
really
wait
good.
till I have enough time to just watch the other few episodes.
Anyway,
Anyway,
I had VNA.
yes, this has been Soberoni, and
Drooby
we'll
Doo.
catch you guys later. Later.
Bye.